Yo, what's good, guys? I hope you're all doing good and great. In this video, I just want to be talking about some mindset games. So I trade this presentation, the real mindset game, the uncomfortable framework nobody teach. Who this is for? This is for people who tired of starting and stopping. You have tried before, you have felt motivated and lost it. You have wondered if you're not just cut off to this. This is for people who know what to do but cannot seem to do it consistently. You have more information than any generation in history, but knowing isn't the problems. If you ever thought, why can't I just stay consistent? This presentation answers that and give you the actual system to fix it. So this is basically for people that you know what to do, and you always have maybe you started for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and you feel like, oh, some things came up, then you get back to your old habits. Then you see everybody like on Twitter, everybody on YouTube, everybody succeeding, everybody achieving the goals, everybody seem like have this perfect consistency, this perfect discipline of David Goggins, that he's able to do the things like as a robot. While you feel this, oh, I'm human, how can people be this consistent? How people can be this disciplined? How people can do these things? While I'm trying for 1 week, nothing seemed to work, then something catch up, then I start going to social media, again scrolling, how people can, if you actually wanted this is a presentation gonna help you and can get you to that levels of consistency and discipline, but only if you truly want it. Because at the end of the day, I cannot change somebody. You cannot change somebody that is not willing to change. So if you actually feel something inside of you, something is feeling like I'm meant for better than this, like I'm meant for greatness. I have a dreams. Like when I sleep, I feel like, because there is two type of people again. There are some people that they sleep like a baby. They have no wonders. Just go and sleep. They don't care. They don't care about their futures. They just live in the life. I don't know how they do it. Then there is some people that we kind of cursed, you feel that you're meant for something great. And when you're not aligned with that things, you're not seeing yourselves like building some things, you feel like shit. It feels, oh, people are actually achieving the thing that I'm also supposed to achieve, why I cannot, what's wrong with me? So if you have something inside of you, like this fire inside of you, this is a good presentation that's gonna give you some tips, helping you and get you to stay consistent. So what this is not another wake up at 5 a.m. and grind presentation. You have seen those, they give you dopamine hits that fades by Tuesday. This is not motivation. Motivation is useless. It came and goes like weather. You can build a business on a weather. This is not mindset fluff, no affirmation, no vision board, no just believe in yourself. This is system, actual psychology, frameworks that work with your brain instead of against it. So don't accept from me that something is, oh, you can do it. Instead, I'm going to give you the tools, the framework, the stuff that I use myself, because as you can just notice from how I'm talking, I'm also somebody that have ADHD. It seems like it's obvious. I'm hyperactive, and sometimes I cannot stay to focus. While I was able to build a business to the highest skills and also help other people to build their business to high skills. So I'm gonna share with you what I has been using in my case. Almost like the worst. Somebody that's I always love to go outside. I always loved social media. I always loved going social networking, having friends, having parties, having girls around me. I was that type of kids when I was growing up. So for somebody like that to change and achieve the thing that I'm achieving right now, I think anybody can do it. It's just a little bit of some fire inside of him. So what you learn today, why you keep failing, the real reason, the skill framework, why 90% is skill issues, This is a framework. The second part is something the moment it's click with me, everything starts to be easy, when you stop blaming everything's outside. Part 3, dopamine, why your brain sabotages you. This is also a really important lesson that I learned through my my journey, and I'm going to show you how I was able to help regulate my dopamine from somebody that just want a crazy social life to somebody that can stay in home for 6 months, 7 months, a year, not doing nothing besides working and enjoying really bored and shit and just building something great. Emotional controls, the hidden destroyer. This is really some things that I has been also struggles with through my journey, the emotionals. I don't know how to say it, but the emotional stuff that's happening, especially when you achieve great things, then you feel you are in the top of the world, then you just want to go and destroy it. You just want to go party. You just want to do insane shit because you feel, oh, I made it, And how I was able to deal with this. And also the other parameter, or the other scale of the emotions, when you feel things is not working, you face it. I face a lot of obstacles in my journey that at some points you say oh, this is not worth it. Why it's me? Why I achieve this? Why things doesn't seem that it's going to want to work, and how I was able to handle those emotions to continue and stay working. Part 5, the non-linear consistency, permission to be human. This is really important. A lot of people they're trying to make you a robot, like they're trying to tell you like you're gonna be doing this in exact time like this, doing exactly this. But at the end of the day, you are a human, and this is also create like a guilt. When you see like this people's like they're talking about discipline and monk and everything, and some people seems like they have it all, like they are able to be disciplined or consistent, like in a crazy way. The moment you feel, even like let's say you has been consistent for 1 week, then you feel for 1 day, you start feeling the guilt. You start feeling, oh, why this motherfucker they are able to? Then what's happened? That guilt turned to what? To a bad emotion that say you feel overwhelmed, you feel bad about yourself, so you feel demotivated to start again. And you say like, because I'm gonna fail. So how to understand like that's nobody is like have a liner. Consistency, no matter what you're gonna told you. Like I don't believe it. Like maybe some people say you're born crazy, but even though I don't believe it, I don't believe that somebody never fucked up and always consistent and disciplined like crazy. And this is just for me, it's removed a lot from guilt and just allow me to also be human and just show up as much as I can. And just by me showing up as much as I can, I was able to achieve great things that you can also achieve. Part 6, the implementation system that sticks, like how you can implement everything that we're gonna be talking in on this presentation. So let's go with part 1, why you keep failing. The promise, by the end of this, you will understand exactly why you have been failing, not vague mindset stuff, that actually the actual neurologic psychology reason. More importantly, you will have a specific system to fix it, not try harder, not to be more disciplined, a system that makes discipline almost irrelevant. I'm not going to motivate you, I'm going to give you a system that makes you motivation irrelevant. So I'm not gonna go push you, just like the system. So part 1, the real problems, why you keep failing, is not what you think. So let's discover it. The parent, day 1, you fired up, you have a plan, you execute harder. Day 3, 4, something's came up, you skip once, I will do it tomorrow. By day 6, you skip again, guilt starts, I already messed up this week. Day 7, I will start fresh Monday became next month, and you delay it. So the whole ability of you staying consistent is only stay for 1 week to 2 weeks, then you fuck it up. So this isn't a you problem. This is a system problem. Your system guarantees for fail. So your brain is outdated. So this is something to do with our old brain, and the new brain, and the new lifestyle that we live in, and how much it's hard to actually win in the new lifestyles. Besides, if you actually create a good environment that's gonna make you able to win even on these days. So the issue is our brain is outdated, running Stone Age softwares. Before like all this technology, we're talking about like old brain, because our brain didn't develop that much. Your brain evolved from immediate threats, instant feedback, turbo survival, and optimized for a world that hasn't existed for 10,000 years. That's the brain, like old brain, that there is not that much of dopamine here, there is not that much of food, there is not that much of the things that we have instant access to. So what's going on? Brain wants immediate rewards. Ecom needs months of delayed gratification. Brain wants clear danger. Ecoms give ambitious feedback. Like you don't know exactly the clear target stuff. A lot of times we just create a hypothesis. Brain wants social validation. Ecom requires social discipline. You need to stay. Like this is some things I really suffered from as somebody, like as I explained before, so much socially. I turned that from being somebody so much social to somebody that can just stay home for months and months and months and months doing nothing, just working. So this is like if some switch that need to happen to you to actually being able to forget about your social life and to actually go and get in love with actually building some things. Brain wants conserve energy. Ecom demands consistent output. Like it's not something that you're just gonna, because back in the days you need to save your energy. You need to lay down, stay still, waiting for what is called for the food. Like you need to go through hands and shits. Right now, ecom's like the brain is burning a lot of calories. Like for hours. The result, your ancient brains fight your modern goals every day. When you scroll instead of work, brain wins. When you quit after 2 weeks, brains win. When you choose comfort over growth, brains win. So you're not broken, you're not lazy, you're running outdated software. This presentation is the updates. Right now, we're going to show you how we can update it. Another thing that I want to talk about it, like the motivation lie, the biggest misconception. Everyone thinks motivation is action result. Once I feel motivated, I will start. So they will watch video, they wait to feel ready. And this is almost like the daily trap that a lot of you like falling into. They wake up and they waiting for some feeling to happen to them to say, oh, this is the day that I'm gonna work. So they wake up, like then they find like next to them like their phone, they go grab the phone, they start scrolling on it, like doing some stupid shit, maybe even going to the crazy stuff and watching porns and stuff. Then they feel, oh, I just want to sleep. I don't have like the motivation today. Then maybe tomorrow. Then they before they sleep, they feel like all this motivation and all this craziness. Oh, do you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna feel motivated. I'm gonna start working for what? For 12 hours. Like it's gonna be insane. Wake up next day, same BS. So the truth, this is the issue. You don't look for motivation. You don't wait for motivation. So wrong people, they think it's motivation, action, result, and it's the other things. It's basically just doing the bare minimum, getting some momentum, then you're gonna feel motivated, then you're gonna see some result. Like the result is not even the 10K days, like the 1K days. The result, it can be just like doing the task. You just have the task that's been sitting there for like months, and you're actually doing it. That's what's gonna give you like the rewards. So it's gonna create like more dopamine. They're gonna create like more willing to do things, you know. So the right path, you always gonna need to think about it like this. Tiny actions, you just do the bare minimum just to create the momentum. The moment the momentum creates, the motivation starts, then you take in more actions. So neurologically, dopamine release after you start, not before. Motivation is a result of actions. You have it backward your whole life. You know, like your whole life. Like you need, like I want you to set yourself in really think about it like this way. I'm not gonna be every day waking up waiting for something, some feeling to happen to me that's gonna push me to work. You way big, like it's not like way bigger. You need to create, like we're gonna talk later on about the system, but you need to remove this. I need to feel something. You know, you need to feel it from the I don't know what it's called. Like you need to stop thinking about it at all. You know, like I need to wake up, getting some feeling of motivation, then I'm gonna work. If your life relates you to that, you're never gonna succeed because like you're never gonna be waking up every day is motivated. Maybe you're gonna wake up like once in a month motivated. So how are you gonna run a business that's gonna require you like 13 days of work, like 24 days of work, like just 20 days of work if you only one day is wake up motivated? So instead, we're gonna be talking about like the system that you need to do, and basically I'm just gonna like a little bit like how we expose, or we're gonna leak some information before we go to them like through the presentation. The easiest way is having like as fixed sleep schedules, you know, like that you wake up and sleep at the same time. That's really important because that's gonna give you like a base routine for the whole days. The moment you have like a routine for your whole day, it's much easier. And the main things for that routine also to work is your environment. So when you're gonna wake up, like if imagine you wake up and the first thing that you hit is your phone, work is never gonna feel motivated. But if you start doing things almost like we already say, like you should not be robotic, but sometimes there is some robotic stuff that you need to do. You wake up and you do the same things daily, you know, on a daily basis. You have like your morning routine. It's not something crazy. You wake up, go brush your teeth, go eat some things, then sit in front of the computer. You're doing that for long enough, then it's gonna start being like first based actions, you know, like just some things that you don't think about it. So you never need a motivation again because the brain, that's how you work. You create like the path in the brain, you know, that's we wake up, we eat, we work. So all it's need sometimes like you're just gonna need to use a little bit of willpowers, even though we're gonna be talking about how willpower is a scam, but you're gonna need to use a little bit of your willpower daily for like 7 days, like 14 days, then boom, you work. And how in later on this presentation, we're gonna also talk about like how to make this willpower is like almost limited, even it is limited, you know. So what $1 million operators do, people doing 100K days don't feel motivated, they feel tired, uncertain, and often like shit, they work anyway. And it's just like an honesty, you know, like whatever, like even the most people that are passionate about what they're doing, you wake up and sometimes like you don't want to do the work. And it's not sometimes, most of the time you don't want to do work, but because you have a system, because you have a daily routine, it just came like, you don't think about it. You start like a lot of these things to work. It's just like you close your emotions, you close your thinking, you just doing, you know, like you forget about, you don't allow yourself to think, you know, just you go and you start, you know, like whenever you want to find yourself thinking, you say, let's start and think about it while you're starting, you know. The moment you switch it, like instead of me thinking about, do I feel motivated to work, just open your laptop and you start working, then think about it while you're working. Then you're going to feel like the whole task and the whole thinking is wander away, you know. Then after they start, motivation show up, energy appears, flow happen, but only after they started without it, without the motivation. The motivation always catch up when you're working. So stop waiting to feel ready, start before you're ready, the feelings come after. One book that I want to recommend for you guys, like to check it. the war of art. It's not the art of war. There is like the book of the art of war about something to do the war, but there is a book called The War of Art. The War of what? Of art. I want you to read it because it's talking about exact thing that I'm explaining right now in this part. How you don't need to wait for motivation. Instead, you need to create a routine that you go and you start doing the work, and motivation always gonna come. Trust me. The moment like for me it's because like a lot of times like because we're gonna need to understand my brain is work like on a lot of ideas and similar like on same times thinking about this and thinking about this and thinking about this, and I'm creating this presentation to make things going like with the flow. But right now I want to talk about like the same things. I forget like the idea. I don't talk about like when because I'm skipping stuff. I want to talk about like also for the daily routine to be like working, you know, like, and you will like to do the work. Is not I'm gonna go and open my what's it called, my computer and start working, and at the same time there is the phone next to me, and there is like Instagram open in this browser, then there is Snapchat in this browser, then there is like Twitter in this browser, then there's all of this. No, you need to create it like as a life without like distractions. Like really important. You read, and I always mention it. If you're not at the goals that you want, and you need to you don't need to have distractions at all. You know, you need to make it like a non-negotiables rules in your life to never have what is called social media open while you're working, music open while you're working. I'm talking about music, rap music or something, boom boom boom, that's gonna, you're gonna be thinking about the lyrics. You can have like a different style of music, but you get the idea. When you're working, you don't want to have zero distraction. And what I mean about that, because remember what we said about our brain is outdated. So imagine, I always give this analogy to people. Imagine you have a kid, you know, and you're gonna give the kid the carrots or the marshmallow or like a carrot or chocolates. What's he gonna choose? 99% of times he's gonna choose chocolate because it's sugary, and it's gonna give him what? The dopamine hit. And it's the same things for us. Our brain is still like a kid brain. It's mature and stuff, but a lot of things you're doing it like the outdated brain. So imagine you're telling your brain, we're gonna wake up and we're gonna be deciding between doing the work or getting something that's gonna give us dopamine, you know? Doing the work or using social media, doing the work or jerking off, doing the work or going talk with in yapping with friends, doing the work or going for a restaurant, doing the work or doing any other things, you know? The moment you introduce another element for the brain to choose between, in that other element is actually more easy to get like a dopamine hit like instantly with, you're gonna choose it, you know? So for this system to work, for you to go and you start working without like in feeling the motivation to start coming in for you, you need to create like a routine, an environment without any distractions at all, without like an alternative to work at all. You know, it's not the brain gonna be saying, should I work? Because I'm not gonna like lie to you right now because you say like motivation gonna came. I'm not gonna lie to you about motivation gonna came while you're trying to work, and same times you have your phone next to you, messaging notification happening, your girlfriend talking to you, Snapchat having this, Twitter having this, all of this distraction. Then and I'm gonna told you motivation gonna happen. No, you're gonna feel maybe motivated for short minutes, then you're gonna feel distracted again. Then what the brain wanna do? Wanna do the easiest things. So even for motivation to happen, first you're gonna have like the resistance to actually do the work. So when you're resistance, don't think about it, just start doing the work. And when you start doing the work, you want an environment like your blocks of works to have like zero distraction, no phone, nothing. Then you're actually doing the work. So I linked a lot of stuff because my brain is how we work. But let's continue with the presentation. So willpower is a scam. Why just be disciplined fail? Willpower is depleted. My addition in speaking fast. Is depletable. Psychologically, it's ego depletion. Every decision, every temptation, resisted, every hard task, all doing the same things. By 2 p.m., most people are running on empty. This is why you crash morning and scroll all afternoon. Tank is empty. If you need the willpower to do something consistently, you already lost. The answer is system, not discipline. So before we go, why environments win? Willpower is a scam. Willpower is limited. You cannot wake up daily, as I explained before. That's just wake up daily motivated. And the easiest way to make willpower, because sometimes, like when you do the work, sometimes you're gonna need willpowers. You're gonna need this because some tasks are hard. You know, sometimes the task is gonna require from you like so much like brain work and so much focus and so much like intensity that you're gonna need a little bit of willpower to make you work. But imagine this willpower, you know, like your ability to do these things by willpowers, you know, like not motivation, just like your force, like your what's it called, your energy. It's not something that's unlimited is limited. And imagine when you wake up, since the time you wake up, you keep losing your willpowers in stupid shit. Should I start working or should I use my phone? And my phone is next to me in the bed. Should I start working and go walk with a friend? Should I start working or do things? So any decision you're making through the day, that the brain need to choose something hard and something easy, you are abusing the willpower. So instead, what you need to do is create an environment where willpower is the less consumable. So we keep our willpowers for the most important task in our days, in our life, in our week, building the fucking business. So environment, when you filter your environment. Where's my English? Your environment is always stronger than intention. Phone on desk, you will check it. Junk food in house, you will eat it. Netflix, one click away, you will watch. Most people fight their environment with willpower. That's a swimming upstream forever. Eventually, you get tired. Stop fighting your environment. Change it when good is easy and bad is hard. Willpower became irrelevant, and this is the most important things. When you have an environment, and what I mean about an environment is you have a place when you work. You actually like in this case, like I work in my bedroom, but I don't have the issue. I have this place like an office, like a desk in a computer, like super simple. I know this place is for work, no? So when you have it like this, I know in this room, I should not have my phone with me. I should not have anything that's going to distract me with me. I have like everything that I need to be working. It's going to be much easier to work. Instead, imagine, like simply, imagine when I'm working and I'm somebody that gets thirsty a lot of times. If I don't have like a water or like a bottle of water next to me, what's going to be happening? I'm going to go downstairs. What I'm going to find downstairs? Some girls. You know, the boys is going to happen. You're going to be enjoying with them, studying with them, talking with them, chatting with them. So you forget about doing the work. Same things, like for you, you're going to find like, because this is something that's going to be building up, you're going to find what is the thing that distracts you and you remove them completely. Is it the phone? Is it you just want to go grab some things, you find yourself wasting time? Is when you wake up, you need to eat some things, you know, like, because for me, like, you can see, like, my bed is not, like, fixed because I just woke up and got directly, like, creating this video. So when I woke up, I feel hungry. The first thing that I always do is keep, like, some yogurt next to me on my bed. So I go showers, what is called eat it, so I feel the energy without me need to go outside of this room until I finish like 4 hours, like 5 hours of work. Then I go out of this room, because like the moment I go with this out of this room without me doing my deepest blocks of work, I'm lost. So this is why it's not like you're gonna what is called design your environment as me. You have your own things, but the non-negotiables, the phone and anything that distracts you, like anything that distracts you, you want to remove it from your environment completely. You don't see it. The more you don't see it, the more you're going to forget about it daily, the more your brain is not going to be thinking about it. And the more your brain doesn't think about it, he's not using willpower. He's not using the choice method. So they choose this and this. He's just going to judge. And this is when you see some people, they say, oh, this person, motherfucker, he's just working. Like, how? Like, he's not distracted with anything. But then when you think about it, his notification is off. His phone is not with him. There's nothing distracting him. His brain already used to just doing the work because, like, he's not distracted. He doesn't even think about distractions. While you keep introducing new distraction to your life. Getting a new friend, watching new TV shows, watching new albums somebody dropped. Keep scrolling Twitters, you want to see this, you're getting involved in mini dramas that you're just going to keep watching, just introducing more distraction to your life. So the people that win, they are the people that the less fucking distraction and did not introduce a new drama to their life. So keep that in mind, so your willpower is going to be like bigger. Right now, the framework that's going to be changing everything, the scale framework, 99% of your problems are scale issues. This is something that's really important. For me, like, what's happening? When I truly understand this, it was like 3 years ago or some things. It was something back in the days, like literally something was happening with like some meta updates, like something to do with Shopify. I remember exactly. And I went in literally like to Sean and asked him, bro, like how's performing? And he told me some things like, bro, the moment like we crying, there is other people achieving the number that they are with the same tool, with the same access to the tool that we can have, you know? So that changed everything. So just like, the moment that you're going to copy, the moment you're going to say, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, it's this, it's that, there's people that actually achieving the number that you want with even, like, it's not like they have some hidden secret or they hidden tools. You have the same access to everything that they have. So all you need to do is master the skill. So it was changing a lot to my brain and say, okay, right now everything is a skill issues, you know? So what problem blame? When something isn't working, people blame externals, algorithm change, market saturation, niche to competitive. This is comfortable because it's remove responsibility. It's also a trap if it's externals. You're helpless, permanent victims. And if you know me, or like if you had any interaction with me, like wherever, like Discord, wherever, some things, you can understand like how I hate people that coop. I hate people that crying and just like bitching about some things. I hate them. Like it's a hard word, but I hate them because when something's happening and it's outside of your force, you need to find a solution to make it on your force. But most of the times, things happening nothing to do with anything those people's talking about because actually other people's printing. So the victim mindset, if you have it, if you truly believe that there is outside force that's actually stopping you from succeeding, either it's family, either it's the algorithm itself, either it's, oh shit, the e-com in today's world is so hard compared to 2018, whatever, oh, this meta bans, whatever things that you feel that you keep blaming on a daily basis or crying about them, and you have this victim mindset, you're meant to lose. Like literally, you're meant to lose. It's not like you're really meant to lose. You cannot have victim mindsets on the business. You can't. You're not supposed to do. I truly believe it. In this life, you're gonna be dealing some cards. Life's gonna give you some cards. You need to get the best out of them. That's it. Maybe you're bad at English. Maybe it's not your first language. Who cares? Like literally, who cares? Maybe you don't have like the best computers. Like it's slow. Who cares? Literally, it's not like everybody gonna have the same cards. Some people have better cards, some people have worse cards. Your job is to get the best out of your cards, and to have no limit beliefs in you, and to have like no blame for anything. So the moment you start blaming things, just like if right now it's like you listen to me and you're thinking about something that you can blame, quit the shit. Like I don't give a fuck, just quit it. You can, if your brain give you excuses, but this guy living this. I'm from third world country, like I'm from Morocco, like so as simple as that. Why a lot of you that's gonna be watching, like they are for first world countries, have access to everything. Like I don't know, like also like we live in a world where right now it's like you guys have access to AI, like we all have access to it, but like when we started, it was not like this. Like it's stupidly easy how things start to be. Why a lot of people still have the victim mindset. Oh, Facebook, oh, Google, oh, this, oh, that, oh, my friend, oh, this. I hate it, So first thing, you should never have victim mindset. Always everything's in your control because 90% of the times it is. 90% of things, a lot of stupid shit that's happened is because of you. A lot of good things that happen is also because of you. So you are the master of your journey. The uncomfortable truth, 90% of the time, ads don't convert, your creative skills need to work. It's not like something else. LP doesn't sell, so your conversion skills need to work. Offer doesn't pop, your offer skills need to work. Can't scale, your system skills need to work. This sounds harsh. It sounds like it's hard. A lot of people cannot accept that they create something and it's shit. I don't know, like a lot of people, because they created, it's like almost you created a baby, oh, it's my landing page. Bro, it's shit. Oh, it's my it's shit. Like if it was good, but like, bro, I did all this research and I tried it and it's not working. It's shit. Simply do better. The only thing is like on this business, you're gonna need to acquire some skill to actually make your money. So this is sound harsh. This is like nobody gonna want to accept it, but it's actually the most thing liberating that you can hear. Because imagine it, if the market is broken, why you selling e-com? Fuck off. If what is called, if today's Facebook is not gonna make you money, fuck off. It's not working. Like, why are you trying Facebook? But the real thing is, all of this is fixable because it's just you have some skill issues. And the only way that you wanted to achieve some numbers, you need to have some skill that's gonna be able to achieve you these numbers. And this is what I have. So just to make this as clear, this is not a graph that I created myself. This is not an idea that I came up with myself. This is by the coach Ryan. Now, for people that doesn't know, Ryan PMax, you can check him on Twitter. He is in my Discord. He explained this graph like simply. Skills versus money. The relationship, nobody explained. Most things, skills and money grow together as linear. They don't. Understand this save you from quitting at the worst moment, Simply, skill compound, as you can see in the graph, skill compounds, but the money when it's catch layers on. It's not you start doing the skills, then the money catch up directly. So the skill compounds slowly, money lags sometimes for a month. This is where most people quit. But once skills hit thresholds, money explodes and you keep it, because it was what is called, you deserve it, And the better you get your skill, the better you get what is called, to start money. I also want to just give like a shout out to Leo, like on Twitter, like the guy that just shared like 200K days, and he was documenting his journey like from day one, like a whole year, like of documented journey, and you can see what I like about that person. On each time he's not documenting about crying things. He's just documenting about what he's trying to learn, what he did, how he's looking to improve. And he keep doing it for 1 year. And by 1 year, like he hit like 1 million per month. Right now it's like 200K a day, And all of this is gonna simplify the same thing. Skills, money requires skills. And money gonna need time to catch up with the skills, Because you're gonna be compounded, you're gonna be testing many LPs, like you're gonna be testing 10,000 LPs and none of them convert, but the 10,000 one, you really acquire the master of the skill. And right now, your LPs is crushing it. Same things with creatives. I'm just giving for guys for good numbers, but it's gonna take some reps. It's gonna take some many skills, many reps until it's gonna catch up. But the moment those reps compound, then some people quit. Some people say, "Oh, I'm really shit at creatives." While all you need to do is can be proven. And we're gonna also talk about how you can improve. But also, it's the same way around. The money first. Because this is again, to not take credit for anything. This is like the graph, not the exact graph, but the same idea that Ryan the GOAT explained to us. So the same things happen. You have the money. If you achieving some money that your skills does not go align with, you're gonna lose that money. So the money, the crush is skills. The crush path, like a spike, viral products, perfect timing, money comes first, but skill didn't grow. We're like right now, crush can't recover, and this has happened. There's a lot of people like they chasing the winner products, like when we already talk about like the winner products myth, but you find them like they keep chasing new products because they don't have the skills. They try like 10 products, they find one winners, boom, they are 100K a month, next month 0. Oh, they start like scared and they say, oh, I need to find new winners. Because you don't have the skills, It's not to have a repeatable system. You don't have like the skills to actually keep the money growing, And the more you grow the scale, the more the money gonna be catching up, and it's going like in a linear way. Why? They just be lucky. So the same things in your case. When you start, it's really hard for people to not tell them that you don't want to depend on the likes because you're gonna run out of the likes in what you want to depend on in the skills. That's what I create, shared with you like this, Ryan shared, because it's really important. When you're gonna start focusing on skill, it's just a matter of times you're gonna make the money. The more you craft in your skill, the more better you get the dims, the more money that's gonna catch up. So please, instead of focusing, luck, this, other people's lucky, focus on this is simply what I need to learn. Here's how I can improve in the skills, and I need to achieve them. So the 1 million still stacked. Right now, we're going to talk to you about like the skills that you need. 6 skills, everything else is noise. There is only 6 skills that separate 10K a month from 1 million's operators. Master this and money became inevitable. Each compound another. Get 10% better at all 6, that 10x better overall. That's skill stacks matter. It's not like you 10% on each. You're going to get 10% on all. Skills 1, and this is the most important one. Avatar depth, understanding human deeply, because at the end of the day, that's who you're trying to sell to. So surface avatar, 25, 35 women interested in fitness, useless, everyone knows know that. Real depth, the conversation in their head at 2 a.m., secrets, fear, embarrassing desire, what they're not and never admit. Deep question, what do they complain about their partner at night? What have they tried that didn't work? What do they secretly believe is wrong with them? So what transformation are they actually buying? The deeper you understand your avatar, the deeper that you're gonna create an asset that mirror them. They're gonna say, oh, this motherfucker is inside of my brain, And this, I had like, and I should not say this, but we had some type of joke yesterday on the car with my cousin, and we asked him about like, you're really a weird avatar. You're gonna be really hard to sell to you. And he said something about like some sexual stuff. They was like, and I told my other friend, this is like when you actually know yourself. Like when you're gonna create like a headline, like he said, when you're gonna really say, oh, this is me. And same things why we do like the avatar depth in the avatar deep dive, so you can understand the avatar deeply. So whenever you see like anything in our ads, anything in LPs, say, oh, this is meant for me. This motherfucker is inside of me. Oh, I want this. Skill number 2, hook mastery. 0.5 seconds to stop the scrolls. Half a second, that's all you get. Everything else is irrelevant if the hook doesn't land. Most spend 90% on body, 10% on hook, pro flip it, 80% energy on the first line, first frame. So hook's element is going to be parent, interrupt, curiosity, gap, specificity, or relevance. We can create like another video like on this YouTube about like hook. I'm going to still trying to give a lot of value in this on this YouTube channels. I'm going to be talking about a lot about avatar research, the hook, the creative, the LPs. So you're going to have a lot of knowledge that you can work with, guys. But let's continue with this. Skills number 3, story architect. This is really important on today's world because most of market sophistication is level 4 or even level 5. Sometimes it's level 3. So you're going to need a story to sell. Facts tell, story sells. Customers don't buy product, they buy transformation. They buy the story of who they became. Story instruction, the before pain, current pain vividly. The discovery, introducing transformation as future. The after, show promised land. The proof, why believe you. The stacks, what if they don't act. And all of this is going to be super realistic if it came from the avatar deep dive and you're saying stuff that literally matters to them. So who they are before, how they're going to find the discovery for solution, what they want to become after, what is the proof that they want to like to see, and what's the stacks, what the urgency for them to action right now. Skill number 4, offer engine, makes saying no feel stupid. Great offer, easy selling, weak offer, impossible. This is not about bonus, it's a systematic value, 10x return for the price. People say like they're gonna get 10x from what they pay. Offer component, core promise, what specific transformation, risk reveals, remove fear of mistakes, urgency, why now, social proof, who else be specific, value stacks, make the math overwhelming. That's overwhelming in a bad way, that's the film's overwhelming, but super good, like, oh, this is like a great offer, they have like good bonuses. Skill 5, data intuition, reading the story numbers tells. At 2% CTR, good, depends. $40 CPA, sustainables, depends. Data intuition is seen immediately, what's working and what to test. Data patterns, low CTR, hook problems. High CTR, low conversion, LP problems. High conversion, low ROAS, offer pricing. Great metrics, can scale, saturation, or fatigue. This came from rep, lots of rep, not shortcuts. Skills number 6, conversion psychology, why people actually buy. Not surface reason, real reason, fear of missing out, desire of status, need for belonging, pain avoidance, core trigger, FOMO, social proof, authority, reciprocity, scarcity. This is what makes LP convert at 5% versus 0.5%, same traffic, 10x result. So, and what is called, and in short case, we're gonna have like the ads, the LPs, and the offers. For the ads to be good, you're gonna need to do the avatar deep dive. For the LPs to convert, you're gonna need to understand the psychology of selling, and also like in same on the ad. For the ads to learn them, the analysis from them, you're gonna need data intuition. But the 3 pillars is the same: ads, LPs, offer. But avatar deep dive was gonna create you good ads. Understand the conversion psychology with the avatar deep dive, that's what's going to create you a good landing page. You offer, understand your avatar, and what you're going to need to say as more valuables, and what you're going to give to them with the products is what's going to create like a good offer, value plus time. Dopamine, right now, sometimes like really important. Why your brain sabotage you, like the dopamine issues. The dopamine crisis. Your reward system is hijacked. Your brain was designed for scarcity. Dopamine was reserved for rare reward, finding food, winning a mate. This required effort. Now, unlimited dopamine without every screw, notifications, like instant headline. Your baseline is destroyed. Your brain thinks is paradise. Why work for anything? This is why real work feel like torture, So, the science is simple. Dopamine is not pleasure, it's motivation. Do I want to do this feeling? High dopamine equal driving, low dopamine equal wipe ups. Key concept, baseline, your normal dopamine level equal default motivation. Spike, temporary high, always followed by crashes. Problem, constant spike, crashes your baseline. Low baseline, everything hard. High baseline, motivated naturally, So, we mentioned that motivation is a scam, and doing hard things with willpower is also a scam. But there is some, what's it called? One hormone. I don't know if it's a hormone, it's called dopamine. Dopamine is the things responsible for you to do the actions. It's like how motivated you are, And imagine you have this amount of dopamine, while in the more like it's like a pool, like a swimming pool. The more you get like a spike on it, like that's gets bigger, the more you're gonna lose out of it, like through the pools. Like the water's gonna go like out of the pools. Each time, like I don't have like this is like a remote control, but like let's imagine it's in social media. I'm laying down in like I'm numbness, scrolling in, boom, hit of dopamine, boom, hit of dopamine, boom, hit of dopamine, boom, hit of dopamine, another boom, another hit of dopamine. By the time I finish, I feel like this feelings, like what the fuck I'm gonna be doing right now. I'm so demotivated. I lost like 2 hours going. There is nothing to do. So when you understand that, I want you to start treating this dopamine as the most, we say sacred, like the most important things in your life, the most valuable things in your life that you need to protect it. Because the more you protect it, the more you stop doing things that's gonna spike the dopamine, the more like work gonna feel like more good, like hard work is gonna feel much easier. So how you can do that? Basically, dopamine protocols. So first, let's understand like the dopamine killers, what destroying your drive. The hit list, social media, infinite scrolls, infinite drain. Like please, like social media, porn, junk food. I eat junk food, like I'm not gonna say it's that bad. But social media for me, like what social media is like the biggest issue that I was like having back in the days, 3-4 years ago. So I decided, you can see, notice like on Twitters and stuff, I'm not like the most active person compared to other people, like from time to time I drop some things. One day is like whatever's like a season, then disappears again for like 1 week or whatever, So I'm not like the most person presenting social media, and for one reason. I know like for me, my brain is sensitive. Like I know like how much time I can be like get hooked on social media and scrolling, and I can see the effect. The more I'm not like into social media, the more I'm not like into anything that's fucking my dopamine, the more I'm like literally on this competitive mind, this super focused mind that you cannot beat. You cannot somebody can go against me and beat me like in how much focus and how much things I can do, and without willpower, it's actually motivating to work. So please, you can understand this. When it came to junk food, it's up to you, like based how healthy it is. But I truly understand, like the more healthy you are, the better you are able to work and to focus. Constant stimulation, constant stimulation, no silence ever. For me, like a lot of issues, not a lot of issues, a lot of great ads, a lot of great ideas, a lot of great growth that happened on my brands. It basically came from this. Allowing myself to just set like for boredoms, either through meditation or like even just like focused like silence, but this focused silence on only of thinking, like just open pen and paper and just like doing nothing, just like sitting still there. Whatever's an idea, I'm just going with the flow. And this is like an advice that I get like 3-4 years ago. I was like in a Discord and it was a guy that's doing like super, super crazy numbers. And I asked him about like an advice. And literally, like at that point, it sounds like he gave me the worst advice. I was like, "What this motherfucker talking about?" He told me like, I was back in the days. I was still doing good numbers, not compared to this, but like for me, like was insane. So I was just like looking for him to see like how can I get better. So I was asking him. I was thinking he's gonna give me some secrets, some things like to be better at ads, something to do with like back in the days we still believe in Facebook structures, so something that's gonna make like ads getting more spends with better what is called target KPIs. And what he told me, it was like, just took 2 hours a day and think about your business and what is the bottlenecks on your business and you can grow. In my mind, I was like, what the fuck is this motherfucker talking about? Like, what the hell? Like, literally, what the hell? And these things came, literally from one thing. Besides like the dopamine, besides like you getting your brain to train to sit still and to sit in silence and to create like great things, it came from another idea that I believe in. When you're working, we get zoomed in. We get like super focused on what's the task in front of us, like stuff that we're doing. And when stuff's not working, we don't get like the time to zoom out. So when you start taking times in your day or like in your week, like at the end of the day, whatever it's like for me, like just at the end of the day, you want to reflect on everything. You get the ability to zoom out actually and to start seeing like where you messed up. Oh, you start having this clear vision that you almost feel stupid to not able to think about it. And this is how you feel when you have like some issue. Then you go to your mentor, you go to somebody, then you say, "Bro, this is the issue," and you feel, what the fuck? Like I should know that. Like, but you was too zoom in. So this is something that I want a lot of people's like whatever's level that you try, like you are in, the higher level, the more important this is gonna give you more clarity, and it's also gonna be able to do what? Because I want you to look at this is like also a mindset stuff that I talked with Ryan about it. In the business, not everything's go well. You need to understand this. A lot of things can go wrong. But when your brain is like, you need to look to the brain as like some fucking crazy machine. That's when you working, he's able to have like this whole overmap of the whole business. So he in his subconscious, like your subconscious mind, is also have ideas where things can go wrong. So when you're not like the whole day just drained with business and just like you avoiding silence, you finish business, then you go for a dinner, then you go for this, then with no silence rooms. When you give yourself like the silence rooms and you give the mind also to start the ability to thinking about what things can go wrong, he can start mapping out stuff that can go wrong that you never like thought about it, or like you didn't give it importance. So you say, oh, we are lacking in this, or this is if we don't fix it right now, it can catch up for us, like it can catch up shit for us. So how to fix it? So this is really important, like for higher levels, because a lot of things when things go bad on the highest levels can get like more destructive than like lower level and harder to fix. So always have this also like zoomed out to see like how things like going on, and where things going good and where things also actually going bad that we can actually fix before it's destroyed the business. So also another dopamine killer, notification, every buzz, 23 minutes refocus. So for me, like I'm trying to remove like any instant notification, any instant stuff that's gonna like bother me, any instant things that's gonna make me focus. And there is like this fugazi things on people that said, oh, I have a rich friend and a broke friend. I DM my rich friend, he answered instantly, while my broke friend doesn't answer. I don't give a fuck about that analogy. I don't believe it. I don't answer it. Like there is really rare moments when you're gonna be answering. I have like what is called block of when I'm going to be answering DMs, when I'm going to be answering this, besides the thing that literally have to do with my business. Anything else, DMs from friends and things, I'm not allowing it during my day, because each time a notification happen is a training for your brain to stop focusing on something and to go to another thing. So your brain starts feeling like your brain is so wired and so like jumping from another thing to another thing to another thing to another thing. So while in the business, while you want to build something, a lot of times going to require an insane amount of focus and super laser focus that the brain cannot jump in. So the more you remove this distraction, the more you remove the brain the opportunity to jump from one thing to another thing, the better you get also in focusing. And the better that you are in focusing, and the better that you are able to sit with the task, the better you can get at fixing it and getting it fast and good. So keep this in mind for dopamine killers and try to remove them. The more you remove them, the more you stay with like removing them, the better you can get in the business and your motivation to do things. So dopamine reset, 13 days to fix your baseline. Week 1, digital detox, 2 hours max screen, delete apps. 2 hours max screens. We're not talking about like exclude the business, like the business you work on it, but 2 hours max screen with the phone and like other things, like watching stupid shit like Netflix, YouTube, social media, that you have like 2 hours. The best thing is 0, but some people say like they have some things important, they lie to themselves, that's the live's gonna stop without them answering the phone. While I went like for months not answering the phone, everybody gets pissed at me, you get back, you buy them things, everybody happy, so delete apps, 2 hours max screens. Week number 2, add healthy dopamine, morning sunlight, cold shower. For me, like this is, I always struggles with, and I always had like this issue with what is called brain fog. Like I find myself like a whole journey of my business was just me working willpowers, while I could achieve more things if I had like more sleep schedule fixed, that I can wake up and see some sunlight. So that's what I start working on. But this is not something necessary. If you are somebody that's working late, keep working late. If you're somebody working up on the morning, work in the morning. It's not worth the time that you're gonna be waiting until you fix things. Instead, if you can push through the noise, even you're gonna need more what is called energy, more willpower than other. Just doing it. Just don't lie to yourself. Just don't say like I'm a late night person. While in the late night you're just like scrolling, jerking off, doing stupid shit. If you actually like working on late, like on the night, work in the night. Don't do stupid shit like on the night. Week 4, embarrass boredoms, 1 dopamine fast day per week. This is something important. You can do it even from day 1. This is the most thing that's gonna help the brains recalibrate or like rebalance, like everything's on it. It's just 1 day of doing nothing, super boredoms, maybe journaling, but that's it, nothing insane. Ongoing, no phones, like things that you do like on the daily basis. Whenever you wake up, don't use phone at all. For me, like not even after waking, is like until you finish the work. If your phone doesn't have anything to do the work, don't use it until you finish the work. Most of the apps that you have for the business, you can also have them in your computers. Ongoing on, every day you want to have like your blocks on 90-minute work blocks, phone in another room. So whenever you have like a block of work, the only things that you should be on that block of work is the work only. So you're gonna say, I'm gonna work for 3 hours on this task. The only thing that you want to do in this 3 hours is work in that task. Not listening to music, not watching a YouTube video in the background talking about motivation, nothing. The more you do it this way, the better you get at it, and the better you get like at focusing, the better it's gonna be seem to be easy. The more other dopamine hit stuff that you're gonna do, the more harder is like you need for that block of work to work. Simply, let's see, like when you wanna work, you feel on yourself, you wanna listen to some podcast in the background. Podcast in the background is talking about success, talking about like stuff, making you get some hits of dopamine. You say, oh, one day I'm also gonna be like that, The more dopamine hits you get in during something, the more you need all of it to feel like the same motivation. So next time you don't need only that podcast, you need to put that podcast and open something else, that's gonna give you like a more dopamine hit. And it's continue to. Instead, don't leak dopamine through your work. Keep the dopamine that you're gonna get is just only after you finish the task. The more dopamine you get to it, the more you need to make the work. You're gonna need more caffeine, you're gonna need more stimulation to make that work of block. So keep that in mind, please. The withdrawal, what to accept. First week will feel terrible, brain screen for stimulation, boredom feel unbearable. This is withdrawal. By week 3, 4, something shift, focus retains, motivation appears, works feels less painful. This is a healthy baseline. Push through first 2 weeks, worth it, you will feel like a different person. And trust me in this, like you truly want to do some type of monk mood, some type of dopamine reset when you remove all social media, all the distraction, everything, and even after you get back to them, I would recommend to not get back at them at all. Just keep staying focused. But if you need them to answer some things, keep it like a deep focus, like block for them. So, only 10 minutes I'm going to be using social media, no negotiables, then get back. This is going to make you feel like a new human. And trust me, because a lot of you never felt this feeling. Never has been like stays like on a boredoms and no social media for a long period of time, just like working. The moment you're gonna do it, the moment you do it like exactly as we explained, like even better, like remove all social media and just like focus on work on a daily basis, you're gonna feel like you discover something new. And it feels like I feel like a different source of energy, a different source of building, a different source of momentum. So try this. It's really important to do some dopamine detox. Healthy dopamine, natural highs that help, like stuff that you can introduce to your daily basis to get like some dopamine. Cold exposure, 250 dopamine increase last hours. I always felt like so good, like when you take like a warm shower, then it's not like you go and you make it like hard that you need what is called a plunge and everything. It's just like you shower, squeeze it to cold, like 5-10 seconds, then move on. It's making you like super happy, super motivated. Exercise. Something I truly started doing is lately. I was always thinking like I don't have time for exercise, maybe back in the days, but right now I have more. So I started like doing gym, boxing, and some days like literally make me more motivated. Mornings highlights, if you actually can get it, at least get like some 10 minutes a day like of mornings highlights. It's gonna make you happy, more motivated. Why we're talking about this? Because all of this is gonna seem like fugazi, but the moment you do them, it's just like simple math. It's gonna give you higher dopamine. Higher dopamine is gonna mean what? You are more motivated to do work. Simply. So try to introduce this. It's like almost like I told you, your phone is about to die. All you need to do is plug it on the charger. Same things. When you do this, it's like you plug in charger in your ass. I'm just joking. It's plug in energy to you. It's plug in motivation to you. It's plug in dopamine to you. That's gonna make you motivated to do the work. Stack this daily. Your capacity for work will 10x. Emotional controls, and this is what you talk about, is most of the time this is what destroy habits. You have the habits, you have everything, you have your planning, you start working, then some emotional spikes, either the highest or the lowest, is fucks everything. So the emotional trap, you don't get drilled when things are normals, you get drilled at emotional extreme, both highs and lows. Your emotions are weather parents, you don't abandon a journey because it's rain, stay on path regardless. The most dangerous moments aren't when we feel bad, they are when we feel great, guard down, Maybe you never felt this, but trust me, the moment you start hitting records, like achieving what you want to achieve, that's when the trap's going to happen. That's when you feel like in control. So you feel like, oh, I'm in the top of the world. And you start feeling like some insane dopamine hits, like almost like drugs. So you are hungry for more. The moment you're looking for more outside of your work, the moment you're fucked up. So if you achieve something great, like 100K a day, 200K a day, 10K a day, whatever your goals are, $1 million a day, whatever that goal is, the moment you achieve it, you want to sit with this, embrace it, feel it, move on. The moment you feel that you need to celebrate it, what you're trying to do, you're turning your source of dopamine from actually getting the result to another outsource. You go party, you feel the party, you feel, then it's easy. You want to get like more and more of that, especially at that level, you feel like more comfortable of doing stupid shit. So how high emotions, how when destroying momentum, you had a big day, 10K a days, 50K a days, 100K a day, you feel incredible, you deserve to celebrate, day off, then another go out, scroll for validation, then you're lost, And this is not only for achieving goals. Sometimes some people just like, they say like today I'm going to be working for, I don't know, like 4 hours, then they work for 4 hours, then they feel great. And because they feel great, they said, oh, I'm happy right now. It's like as like monkeys, like, oh, I'm happy. I need to like just our old brain. I need some more simulations, So what they do, instead of relaxing, tapping themselves in the back and say, congratulations on what we did. Mark it as a win in your whiteboard or whatever, like your tracking system that you do. Then move on to the next steps. They say, oh, I deserve a little bit of more dopamine. Because you already hit the dopamine, so you want more. Scrolling, boom, 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 talking with friends, need to go outside. Oh, I can do this again tomorrow, Then you're lost, So don't get in the traps when you hit some things to feel like, oh, great, and just like you want to destroy it. So the distraction parent, big win, I deserve a break back to old dopamine source. Old source, baseline crashes, crash baseline, work, feel impossible, can't work, result drops, what's happened? You're lost, And that's why we said like dopamine first, then I put like presentation of high emotion trap. Because everything at the end of the day is about the dopamine. The more you factor dopamine, the more the hard work is gonna be hard to do. It's not like because we are human. We work with some hormones. Like this is how we wired. You have your dopamine, the more dopamine baseline you have, like the more healthy dopamine that you have, the more healthy work that you want to do. The more you introduce stuff that's gonna leak your dopamine, like partying, going outside, scrolling, porn, like everything, the more you're gonna lose of it. The more you lose of it, the more willpower that you need to work again. So don't put like a trap. Why you want to live on a hard mode when you can live in an easy mode? And that's when you see like, oh, some people's working like they are like robots, just like working easy for them. How they can do that? Because they don't leak their dopamine, they don't leak distractions. They're bringing all the things about it, the business, and building like their brands. That's it. Real example: guy hits first 50K a month, celebrates for a week, goes out every night, gets back on social media, watch porn because earned it. And also like they start posting, oh, I did this and this, then they need like more validation, like, and always I told like also for a lot of people like community in the sharing screen said like, don't get in the trap of needing validation. Don't make outsourced force that's gonna validate your success. You don't need that shit, because you're gonna make it like you need this more, you need to keep showing up, and you need to just like a more hit dopamine that it's unnecessary, So what he do? He gets back to social media, watch porn because he earned it. He feels like, oh, just a little break of this and this. Then he fucked. Week 2, can't focus, nothing exciting. Month 2, back to 50K. Month 3, wonder what went wrong. I was working, everything's work, but you just like get out of the road. You slide down from the road. You start introducing more leak of the dopamine. Then you fight. So the win wasn't the problem. The response was celebration, opening every distraction, opening. So you need to have. I forget like exactly the guy that Ryan shared with me, because Ryan is a lot of times we talk about mindset. Some person who created like $5 billion, like five companies that all achieved like $1 billion, so something insane. It's not like one company that achieved $1 billion, 5 companies of his that achieved like $1 billion. And he told me some things like Ryan, not like the guys, like told me something about that he shared in a book, that the main thing that he would do is like tap himself in the back, like, oh, we win, then we move on. He didn't sit with it like that much, because like you sit with it, you feel like you're tapping the word, then you fuck it up. And same things for in-level for also us. Low emotion traps. How setbacks trigger distraction. Something goes wrong, account banned, product flop, sell drop, uncertainty, overwhelming, sadness, and unbearables. So this happens. You're working, something's happened, then you feel overwhelmed, you feel anxious, you don't feel how to solve it. Then you say, what? Let's look for something that's gonna make me comfortable for a little bit. Or porn, or social media, or watching a Netflix, or going for a drink. Then your whole life get to shit. So the distraction patterns are low emotion. Sit back, I need to feel better first. Like whenever setbacks happen and shits happen, you need to feel better first. And imagine you don't practice resilience. You don't have like any hard things outside of your business. Training gym, train boxing, train whatever is gonna give you this type of resilience. When things going hard, you just need to push harder. You need to introduce an element of hard things that you're gonna be doing on your daily basis or like on your weekly basis. They're gonna make you more resilient to hard things. Because in the business, a lot of setbacks gonna happen, a lot of issues gonna happen. And trust me, the bigger that you get, the worse the issues happen. It's not the less, the worse. You can get like to feel like so much discipline, so much like you don't know how you're gonna fuck this shit, to almost like you just wanna quit. Like even in the highest levels, it's feeling so overwhelming. So since day one, you need to understand. You don't identify with the lose. You introduce like something's element that's gonna make you feel hard things like on your life, like gym, training, whatever's like sport that requires some effort from you, some discipline with you that seems like so hard. So each time like a setbacks happen, you are used to it. You don't need to feel better first. You need to understand it and go through it and see how you can fix it. Because at the end of the day, I already shared like a thread about like how no one know what he's doing, and it's almost like this, because through our journey we're always gonna face stuff that's overwhelming, that we never learned before, that's gonna feel so much overwhelmed that we need to learn. So it's almost like nobody knows what you're doing until he get like to the issue, then he try to learn it, then he move on. So the same things also when you are like a low level. So sit back, I need to feel better first. Escape phone scrolling, anything but work. Escape tomorrow will leave zero progress. No progress, more negative emotion. The more negative emotion, the more shittiest you feel about yourself, the more guilt you feel yourself, the more what's gonna happen. You wanna lose more. Let me drink water. A real example of this: woman see competitors crushing it, overwhelmed, open TikTok for 5 minutes, 3 hours later, nothing's done. Now feel worse, problems plus guilt, escape again, days end with zero works, weeks end with spirals, Running for discomfort doesn't fix anything, just add guilt to the pill. So whenever you find yourselves things like you're facing an issue, you're gonna need to understand this issue is not gonna fix herself by itself. It's not gonna fix itself. You need to figure out how you fix it. So the more you avoiding it, the more guilt you feel about it, the more things gonna feel more bigger, the more you're gonna stay not doing the things until one day you're gonna be sitting in your bed watching some motivation things after 3 months. Then you say, "Oh, I need to work again." So don't let that get to your life. Everything is skill issue. Get your skills right. Whenever you face a setback, how can I fix it? Network, ask people, improve, ask cloud, ask AI, ask this shit. You can improve like so big. Then move on, then get better and better and better and better. That's it. Don't get like low emotions and bad days fuck your whole routine. So protocols after wins. When you feel great, acknowledge I feel great, most vulnerable. Most vulnerable, no. Like almost like the highest emotion, don't react on them. Delay, no celebration for 24 hours. Constrain, hard boundaries, one dinner is not a week. Recommend before celebration, write tomorrow's plan. So I'm gonna go out for tonight, partying, but here is how I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna stay in the clubs until 5 p.m. I'm gonna bring some girls with me. That's gonna make it like until. So tomorrow I'm gonna do a low task. But for tomorrow, I need to assure that I'm not gonna introduce any other dopamine leaker. So I do a little bit of reset next day. That's gonna be allowing me for the next day to like the day after it, like to start like perfectly. So remembers win came from work. More wins equal more work. And this is something I think I don't remember exactly that the basketball player. I think it's Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. I don't know exactly, but one of them was like literally like he started getting like all this commercial and all this promotion that he needs to do and all of these things, and he starts seeing like himself like not performing as the best that he is. So he understands that for him to keep getting those deals, it's like what it's called is a byproduct of his hard work, of his success in the field, in the basketball. So he cut like the byproducts, he cut all of this and focus on one thing, the work. Same things for you. You need to understand the wins is inevitables if you do the work, if you keep your skills compounded. Celebrating the wins is nothing. The win doesn't mean shit. The only thing that means something is doing the work. And there is like the quote of doing the thing is actually doing the things. Doing the thing is not thinking about doing the things. Doing the thing is not like feeling doing the things, not visual doing the things. So you're gonna understand the same things. For win is nothing. The whole goal that you're gonna achieve is just a matter of the skills and the plan and the work that you was putting. Nothing else. And especially the work. Like the work that you're gonna keep putting is what's gonna achieve you the win. The more you look at it this way, the more like the win doesn't mean shit. They are start being more predictable. Because a lot of times when some win happen unpredictably, when you was looking for it for a long period of time, as something's never gonna be happening, it's happened, that's when you feel, oh, I'm great, then you fuck it up. Protocol after setbacks. When you feel troubles, acknowledge I feel troubles, want to escape, set 10 minutes with discomfort won't kill you. This is like the worst feeling that you're gonna feel. When something's going off, then you sit there with a dark room in your place and just thinking, holy shit, how can I do with this shit? Just like you said it. But trust me, the more you sit with it, like for 10 minutes, you just like think about it, the more you feel like you're in control, that you actually can solve it instead of escaping. Your brains can work. Our brain can do magic things. Your brains can think about it, can deconstruct it, and you say, oh, I can do this and this and this to solve it. Then you do better instead of just like, oh, this is shit, I feel troubles. Joking off of doing any stupid shit. So shrink, just 2 minutes of work. Do the 2 minutes momentum takes over. Remember, feeling is temporary. Escape has permanent cost. The feeling that you feel is always temporary. Feeling always comes and goes. Sometimes you also like in your greatest levels and you feel depressed, like whatever the number that you achieve. Like all of this feeling, you just need to understand it, like a stoic mind. Feeling doesn't mean shit. I have some things, I need to do the work. Feeling good, I need to do the work. Feeling bad, I need to do the work. Because at the end of the day, the only way to get from the terribles is doing the work. The only thing to achieve greatness is doing the work. So what I need to be focusing on is actually doing the work. So in most cases, don't trust the emotion, trust the system. Feeling are wither. They comes and goes. So non-linear consistency. This is like the truth. Like this is the things that a lot of people, they think like, why cannot stay consistent for a whole month daily? You can't. You're human, So you will fuck it up. You need to understand that. And the moment you understand that you will fuck it up, the more guilt that you're going to remove yourself. This is guaranteed. You will fuck it up. You are going to miss days, fall back into patterns, scrolls when you should work, celebrates too hard. Guaranteed. All of this is going to happen. Trust me, it's fucking going to happen no matter how resilient you are. Instagram success is a straight line. Real success looks like a drunk person struggling toward a destination. So don't trust the people that's gonna tell you like, oh, I had this all like, and I don't do it. You're gonna fuck it up. It's gonna be like almost like this. Go up, fuck it, bounce, fuck it, bounce, fuck it, bounce, fuck it, bounce, fuck it, bounce. And this is super real, like that's the only way, It's not like, oh, we win after we win. We fuck up. We are human beings, like that's, and this is the joy of it, like that fuck it up. But the only thing, you don't say fuck it up and you stay fucking it up. You fuck it up, you get back again. You get back to your systems. You have your anchor that's always gonna get you back to here's how things should be do. So you don't stay long enough in fucking it up. You need always like a reminder. So the perfect path doesn't exist. You see others in assume perfect line. They don't have one. Everyone stumbles. Everyone fails. Everyone has troubles. The difference is they don't fail. They don't let failure define them. They bounce back faster. So stop expectation perfections. Expect man's goal is the destination, not pretty path. So put like a whiteboard. Just put like a valid, like a boom, like a stress. I don't know what it's called, like a valid mark, boom, whenever you're doing good, and an X on a red when you're doing bad. And you just keep doing it. But and just like at some points you're gonna get like addicted to just making it more good and good and good, and just you're gonna see it. Like at the end of the day, nobody gonna have a whiteboard when he every day is achieving things without like what is it called, without making any mistakes or without falling back in some bad habits. The bounce back, your only job when you fail, your entire jobs bounce back as fast as possible. Not don't fail. Just when you fail, how fast you recover. This is really important because you're gonna fail. Recovery speed. Amateur, fuck up, 2 week spiral, starts 1 day. Intermediate, fuck up, 3 days guilt, eventually start up. Pro, fuck up, same day recovery. Elite, fuck up, same hour recovery. The scales is not failing, it's fast recovery. Same hour recovery, just like some insane for guys for Guzi. Because also, like, as example, I say like a long period of me discipline, but sometimes I fuck it up. I do all the crazy things. And this is like what I want you to understand. There is nobody perfect. The most important thing is in the business is you're gonna have work of blocks, like in a period of times when you need to show up completely. And even those periods when you fuck it up, you just need to get back. Oh, I need to bounce, Oh, I fuck it up because I'm a human being. Also, some girls called me, and then I feels like, oh, I'm achieving all this greatness, I'm gonna go out. Then you go out and say, oh, no more dating this girl, and it's back to work, Like, and a lot of this stuff is gonna happen. And when you are in a lower level, you're gonna feel like more bad because you never has been able to stay consistent for a long period. And staying consistent for a long period is just almost like a skill, The more you do it, the more you're gonna be able to fuck it up, the more you're gonna be able to do it better, So you do it for 1 week, you fuck it up for 1 day, then next time you do it like for 3 weeks, then you fuck it up for 1 day, the next time you do it for 1 month, then you fuck it up for 1 week, the next time you do it for 2 months, and it's like that. You're just like, but don't make this, oh, I'm allowed to fuck it up. That's gonna give you more motivation to fuck it up the second I get it back. No, your goal is to be like perfect. So we aim for perfect, but we're never gonna achieve perfections. We know what we aim for that, So keep that in mind. So the skill is not failing, it's fast recoveries, And how we can do that, to get fast recovery, something that for me I introduce, I used to do, I journal like daily, before I sleep, I journal daily. So imagine, like, I want you to get that in your mind, because for me, like, the whole way to have like a perfect life is to protect 2 parts of your day, before sleep and the moment that you wake up. Before sleep, if imagining you have like, I always have like notebooks and stuff for me. Sorry, let me show you. Like as an example, like a journals, And let's say before I sleep, before I go to sleep, I start journaling about like how the day is. Like it's gonna take me 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe same day. Who gives a fuck? Like whatever people are gonna told you. Like, but imagine this is like the idea. I just want you to get in your mind. Imagine before you sleep, you was talking about how bad your day was. Oh, today we went to party, I do this and did that, and it was like. The moment you journal about it, you recognize, oh, I fucked up that day. It's easy, like a reminder that tomorrow you need to do good. Easy reminders, The most, like, do you know when we get fucked up is when you keep fucking up without, like, a reminder that we are fucking up. Then you find yourselves, oh, you made some money, you do stupid shit, you keep doing stupid shit without reminder. But so when you introduce the habit of journaling, for me, like journaling, for you can be like just a whiteboard that you say, here is like the 3 things that I do today, and there is the bad thing that I do today. For me, like I just like to sit with myself because give me the ability to chill and relax and get like in a state of mind like more relaxed for me to sleep. So I journal, oh, I did this and this, this is the great thing, this, but I fucked up in this and this and this. If you keep saying every day you fucked up, just after 3 days, you bring it and say, oh, bro, like, we're doing shit. We need to get bounced back. But just introducing that element of reminder a day. So protect your night, because most of times when you finish work is when you feel the good emotional stuff, like the emotional trap, then you're going to be doing stupid shit. So when you have like a protocol that nice, I finish work, this is exactly as delicious what I'm going to be doing, going for a walk, going for a gym, eating, sleeping, watching a video, like course content, something materials, whatever, like some documentaries about money or whatever. then go to sleep, you protect that night. Because imagine you work the whole day hard, but because you feel good, what's happened? At night, you start doing stupid shit. Then boom, next day you're gonna wake up tired. Ooh, you jerk out before you slept. Next day, how are you gonna feel? You're gonna feel like shit. You're not gonna have the energy to work. You slept with your phone next to you, social media, boom, 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 scrolling. You fuck the dopamine. Tomorrow you're gonna need, oh, I don't have the motivation to do anything. Then you keep like your phone next to you in the bed, then boom. So protect your night is already you win 50% of your life. Protect your morning, you win the next 50%. Everything else is gonna be much easier. So imagine you wake up and you assure always that you don't have your phone, you know what you task, you know what you're gonna be doing, then you start doing them, you know? Then before you sleep is that. Then you can introduce like a little bit minimum on the evening, whatever's like you check to do. But the most important is protect your night and protect your morning, then you're gonna win so big in this life, you know? So you are human. Everyone does stupid shit. The $10 million a year guys, the 100 millions has scrolled for 3 hours, do stupid shit. So everyone falls off. The difference is they don't mess up. They don't let it define them. Acknowledge, forget themselves, because the moment you're going to understand, you're going to fuck it up. So you remove the guilt. You remove that emotion that's going to get you in the traps and staying consistent with doing bad shit. But you're going to remove the guilt. So you can go bounce to be who you are as a person that's going to win. So you're gonna have 2-day rules. Most important rules: never miss twice in a row. 1 miss equal accident. 2 miss equal parent. 3 new identity. 1 miss almost no damage. 2 misses I already felt stars. 3 misses this is who I am now. Serene. Protect second miss. Prevent spirals. Bad day fine. Miss bad tomorrow is non-negotiables. Imagine this is when you have this as an idea in your brain. You have like a journal that every day before you sleep you talk about it. Boom boom boom. You're trying to make it like as a relation. No matter what you journal. You can't, just think about it. You can't every day at night you say to yourself, oh, I did shit today. You can't, like, you're gonna start feeling bad about it, then you're gonna start trying to go better. Just like because you remind yourself that you're doing shit, you know? And again, without emotion, without anything, just a reminder, oh, we did bad today, this is how we need to plan tomorrow. Here is, and you can actually, when you're journeying, you can start noticing what went wrong. Oh, it's actually after I work for this amount of hours, I feel good, then this person called me, then I went outside with him, then we start partying, then we start drinking, then we fucked up. You're gonna start, when you journey, you're gonna start mapping out where you're going wrong so you can be able to improve, like a feedback loop of your own life that you can keep analyzing and improving until you can get better, you know, and getting like great hit rate with your admin, your hit rates with perfect days, you know. Forgive fast. Guilt doesn't help. Guilt doesn't improve future performance is damaged. Guilt, shame, avoidance, more failures. Forgiveness protocols. No, I messed up. I'm human. Guilt doesn't help. Drop in it. Action. Smallest next steps. Do that steps now. So, oh, I fucked up, but I was able to stay consistent for 7 days. Like I was able to stay consistent for 3 days. So right now, let's stay consistent for more. That's it. I fucked up. So move on. You know, move on. But it's not like, oh, I fucked up. I'm gonna continue fucking up because that's who I am. Nah, it doesn't work like that. Implementation systems, how to make this stick. The trigger system, I will work when I have time, is a wish. Bring me a specific cue. No triggers relying on willpower failures. Implementation and intention, after morning coffee, I review data. After lunch, I break down one ad. After closing laptop, I will write it. Write your nows after, I will now. But instead of you writing this, like all things, you can do it. Like calendar, you know, Google Calendar, boom. Here is the sleep time, what I'm gonna do. Here is when I'm gonna do, like after that, I'm gonna get some shower, water, go eat some things. Here is my deep work block, first one, then the second one. Then also like in the deep work, here is exactly what I'm gonna do. In the day before, you're gonna want to put like, this is I need to work like all landing pages of me. Here is like the avatar research that I did. Here is the document that I need. Here is like some samples of example of landing page. Here is what I'm gonna be working on. So everything is easy to do when you work in the easiest that you way. The more like your day is fixed as a system, the more good at it. And again, don't introduce the emotion of guilt again. It's not like because you put like you're gonna work for 8 hours and that days you only work for 4 hours, you're gonna feel guilty about it. Just improve. You know, it's not like, because a lot of times you're not gonna be able to stick to that calendars until you keep refine it, and you make it better and better and better until you get like the system that's stick for you. But the main things, to-do list on a daily basis. Before you sleep, you have your to-do list. You don't wake up and you say, we're gonna see what you're gonna do today. That's not how you operate. That's not how you're gonna get success. The 2 minutes rule, defeat and resistance. This is the resistance. Always you're going to have it. Always going to feel like you're not wanting to do things. So resistance is highest at start. Once in, momentum takes over, but it isn't doing the work, it's starting. Committing to only 2 minutes, just open the doc, not an hour, 2 minutes. White work, 90% of times you keep going, momentum is real. 10% you stop, still better than zero. Start to become like an automation, you know. You wake up, you have your daily task, you remove your phone from things. You do and you say, I'm just going to start. Just starting is creating the motivation. So always make it like simple, like just 2 minutes. I'm just gonna do this for 2 minutes, like 5 minutes. then start. That's it. But no distraction. You don't have distraction in you, and you also want to start. Friction design, make good easy, bad hard. Add friction to bad, delete social app, phone in another room, log out of Netflix, website blockers. You can use an app called Cold Turkey. It's really good. You can block your shit, like whatever thing that distracts you, like maybe Twitter, maybe like YouTube, whatever. Remove friction from good. Laptops open a disk, wipe file one click away, to-do visibles always, work setups nice before. So, like you have your office, you have like your calendar, you have things that you're gonna be work to do. Even the task you're gonna be do the night before you open it. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna need to work, then find this document, where is it? Everything is aligned, everything, each what is called deep work that you're gonna do, you have the defined target or the defined what it's called outcome that you want, with all the resources that you're gonna need before you sleep, or all the resources that you need to work on before tomorrow, so you have everything easy to go through and easy like to work. And the more you make it like hard for you, the more you say, you're not gonna do work. Visible tracking, you can just make it like a whiteboard, like in your house, in your room, or in your office. That's so clear, valid in X. Physical calendars on work, everyday skill work equal big everyday skill work, big red X. No, normally it's like the way around. I don't know what's where you did X. So everyday skills work, big red what is called valid, valid one. It's not like X. Only goal, don't break chain. After week, chain is the motivation. The more you see like more like valid green one, boom, 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 the more you're gonna feel like addicted to doing it. Recovery protocols, when you fail, when you miss, execute immediately, not tomorrow, not Monday, now. The 5 step, notice I missed, I'm fucking up. Moving on, just 2 minutes, do the 2 minutes, momentum build them, you're actually gonna keep going. So memorize, notice, forgive, shrink, act, log. Deep work blocks, where skill happens, 90 minutes blocks, phone gone, notification off, one clear outcome. Block structure, set phone gone, decides outcome. Work 90 minutes focus, break 20 minutes, walk, no screen. On your break, don't introduce elements like social media as a break or something. Introduce boredom, introduce like thinking. Keep the brain still focusing on the task in front of him, not distracted with other things. Repeat 2 or 3 blocks at days of 90 minutes, so you can already been doing like crazier. 10x output of distracted 8 hours, because you're gonna be focused, you're gonna give this all for that outcome that you want to achieve. Morning protocols, win the first hours, non-negotiables, no phone first 90 minutes, same wake up, same daily. This is really important. The more sleep schedule that you have, the more easy that you can find your routine in your blocks. So try to fix a sleep schedule. Don't try to have 5 a.m. Whatever your sleep schedule, just make it better so that you can start seeing some sunlight. If you are literally a night owl, I forget the word. So just like a night person, stay working at night. Just have a fixed sleep time and a wake up time. The more fixed is that, the much easier to actually know what you're gonna be doing at what time with your calendar. Always light exposure outside or bright window. Movement, walk, stretch, just do some movement. First work block before email, before DMs, before everything. So the real work. Lose the morning, lose the day. Win the morning, momentum created. Shut down rituals, end the day right. Every night, hard stop at the same time. Review what skills they work on. This is for journaling. Plan tomorrow, 3 most important tasks. Screen off 1-2 hours before sleep. Same bedtime. Tomorrow's plan tonight. No decision fatigue is in the morning. So do it now, not tomorrow, not Mondays. 10 minutes implementation before you close this. Everything you learned in this presentation gonna be worthless if you don't actually has been taking notes. Another thing that I want to say, I have ADHD, but I always say the best people that have succeeded in my community is the people that take notes. A lot of people know Golfman, Bob of this, those people taking notes, applying things, Leos, all of this. So you want to also be able to, whatever you learn, to actually have this ability to take notes instead of just thinking, I'm going to remind everything. But whatever, everything you learned is worthless if you close this and do nothing. 10 minutes now. Do all 5. Write triggers after, when I say try to do your calendars, what you're gonna be doing is on a daily basis. Identify one skill to focus on the 13 days. Set up a tracking calendar, mark today. Takes one person, hold me accountable. Remove one fraction, delete app phone away. For me, it's not delete app phone away. Do a true, what is called dopamine reset, a true monk mood. Don't use your phone at all if you don't literally need it. Deactivate your account, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever is remove them, remove the fraction. Don't use them for the next 30 days, and you're gonna see how much you can achieve. So stop reading, timer, do all 5 now. The daily game, win this daily, hit my target, use 2 minutes rule, get 1 skills rep, mark tracking, protect your daily rule. Screenshot this, $5 win the day, stack the days. The 13 days map, the journey, day 1, honeymoon, easy, don't trust it. Day 1, 3, you're gonna feel like, oh, just like this, easy, but do trust it. Day first, first resistance used to, because like why you say honeymoon, because you feel motivated. Day 4, 7, you're gonna find your first resistance. Oh, this is so hard, I don't want to do it. Oh, I'm missing using social media. I wanna scroll, I wanna get some hit dopamine. Use the 2 minute rules. Whatever is like resilience you're gonna find to do the work. Boom, just starts to work. Day 8, 14, like the second week, the dip, the hardest push through it. You're gonna feel like the most, oh, this is not working, this is shit, this is bad, I just need my dopamine hit. Day 15, 21, emergence gets easier. You don't feel like the trigger anymore. You're gonna feel like more willing to do the work. Day 30, integration, identity shift. By 1 month from doing this, you're gonna be feeling like a new person, a new identity that actually can be disciplined, actually can do the work, and can be like the person that we talk about the first. That's how some motherfuckers can actually do the work without thinking about everything. So, and at the end of the first week and the second week is when everybody quits. Pushing through equals separation. You need to understand that's gonna be hard. You need to push it through. You need some willpower. So save your willpower. Expect to fail. Plan for it. You will fall somewhere in 30 days. Plan for it. Notice, forgive, shrink, act, log, protect 2 days rules, never miss twice, bounce back same days, same hours if possible. Goal isn't perfectionism, is fast recovery. So during this period, like when you're trying to change yourself, you're gonna understand that at some points you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. You're gonna feel high. You're gonna feel like the temptation. You're gonna do some stupid shit. If you are good, if you are keeping like things correctly, congratulations, you are in building your identity. If you fail, don't make yourself like feeling guilty or this is not for me. Just remember, you are a fucking human. All you need to do is bounce fast. Like go the 2 minutes rules, remove the guilt from, oh, I'm feeling bad, and just like say, oh, I already win 5 days, I already win 7 days, I already win 10 days. Fucking up for 10 minutes, or like 5 minutes, or like 1 hour, 2 hours, getting back to who I am, it's easy. Even one day, getting back to who I am is easy. But don't make it also as negotiating yourself. Oh, I've been working for 7 days and it's normal to fail, so let's fail. No, don't make it like, oh, I want to fail. The more you feel like it's easy to fail, you're gonna keep failing. Because the more you're gonna feel it's easy to bounce also, you're gonna say, oh, I can fail, then bounce again. Don't use it like that. The more you're gonna use it like that, the more you're gonna be failing, the more you're gonna say, 1 day, 2nd day, 3rd days, your subconscious is gonna start being negotiating with you. Do you know what? We are able to bounce back. So let's take 1 week break. Like it's easy. Just boom, then I'm gonna bounce back. The more break that you take, the longer it is, the harder you're gonna be bouncing. So protect that. The truth. Here's what I know. You have tried before. Felt motivated, lasted. Starting strong is faded. Bad on yourself. Wonder if you're not cut out. That wasn't your feeling, that was your system. Rely on motivation, willpower, hope, no wonder you quit. Now you have a different system, you understand why your brain sabotage you, protocols for emotion, permission to fight, fast recovery. The game is simple. 90% of problems are skill issue. Skills come from reps come from showing up come from system. Building system, show up, stacks rep, let skill compounds, let money catch up. You will fuck up, question is how fast you will bounce. That's the only thing that matters. Your move, option 1, close the tab, feel inspired for 2 minutes, make this motivation for you. Option 2, try to implement the system, try to understand what skill that you need to work on, create your calendars, remove your social media, give like what it's called, a vow or like whatever it's called to somebody that you trust to hold you accountable, give him the phone, give a promise to yourself, put like a whiteboard. If you don't have a whiteboard, put like a note, put something that's gonna stick here, reminding you of what you need to achieve. So that gap between you when you are and what you want to be is not knowledge, it's action. Action starts in 16 seconds, what is going to be. So that's it for the mindset. All I wanted to promise you is gonna be like more valuables like stuff on these channels. So drop a subscription, drop a comment if you like, because that's also gonna make me motivated. And yeah, we're gonna start talking about creatives and all the technicals and practical stuff regarding the ecom. So you guys, and hope you love it.